Well, health officials are warning that a deadly new virus recently found in humans is, quote, a threat to the entire world. It's called the novel coronavirus, and so far the World Health Organization reports at least 27 people have died out of 49 cases. Experts say the virus acts much like SARS. That's the global epidemic that killed nearly 800 people a decade ago after it came out of China. This novel coronavirus causes difficulty breathing and, in severe cases, pneumonia and even kidney failure. Scientists reportedly first discovered it in Saudi Arabia last year, but they have since identified cases in several other countries, including in Europe. With us now, the chief medical officer from the University of Hospitals of Cleveland. He's Dr. Michael Anderson. And Doctor, I know you say don't panic about this, but when the World Health Organization comes out and says could be a threat to the entire world, it got my attention.
Well, good afternoon. I would agree with WHO leadership that we take this seriously. Obviously, we have to monitor for this type of new virus, the novel coronavirus. However, it's 49 cases across the entire globe. Right, there are about half of those patients have passed away. But the good news is in this modern healthcare system where we've reacted to novel H1N1 in the past or SARS in the past, we've got networks out there that monitor for these viruses and, more importantly, respond. So I agree with the WHO. We have to take this seriously. We have to monitor for it. But we're talking about 44 or 49 cases across the entire globe. It's going to take time to see how big this gets.
But to start, Doctor, 44, 49 cases, but then you have these, when the WHO comes out and says, we don't know really where it's hiding, the virus, and we don't really know how to detect it. So if we don't know where it's hiding and we don't know how to detect it, how do we protect ourselves against it?
Really great question. The first thing is we have to monitor for it. So the CDC, in conjunction with the WHO, has sent out, sort of monitoring guidelines to hospitals and to physicians across the world. If you have patients with this constellation of symptoms, think about this novel coronavirus and test for it. Send us the samples at the CDC or to the WHO. The second is to have vigilance. If you've got a patient that doesn't make any sense, why in the middle of the summer are they getting so sick from respiratory symptoms? We primarily see flu and those kind of viruses in the fall and winter. Then think about this top of mind. But once again, the optimist in me tells me you've got to take it seriously. We've got to monitor for it. But we've learned a lot over the last decade or so since SARS and since novel H1N1. And this country and the WHO in general for the world are really very well prepared for these kind of epidemics.
Yeah, well, we should take it seriously because it is deadly. I mean, it sounds like a good disease, right? Novel corona sounds like a book and a good beer on a beach in the summer, but clearly it's clearly not. Dr. Anderson, thank you, sir. We got to go. It's good to see you.
My pleasure.